Just waiting so I can mute it, and we will be live on YouTube. And we are live on YouTube.
Sweet.
What is going on, everyone?
We should take bets on what time we think Charlie will arrive, which could be never, but
Could be never.
Could be. I'm going for 6:35.
ooh, I was going to give him a little bit of the benefit of the doubt and say 6:08, but
I got 6:12.
okay,
Wow, I am really the pessimist tonight.
yeah.
We shall see.
So we need to thank our title sponsor, RX Smart Gear. And it's a special night because we get to celebrate our sponsorship with RX Smart Gear in a fun way. As one, Kat and I got to talk with Ashley Kotler today. That episode will be out Thursday. And she is now hired by them to do post-natal workouts on Instagram Live. And she explains what all that is and that she's actually certified in pre and postnatal fitness and what that certification is. And so we wanted to promote that as them being our title sponsor, and Ashley's kind of a friend of the show. So we kind of tied those together and did an interview with her today. And she also talks about some other stuff, but we want to make sure that you knew that she is promoting RX Smart Gear with postnatal workouts on IG Live every other Friday. So make sure you go check that out on the RX Smart Gear Instagram page. The other way we get to celebrate our sponsorship with RX Smart Gear is every century mark we hit for subscribers on YouTube, we give away a brand new classic RX Smart Gear jump rope. And we have hit that in the last couple of weeks. And we now have the wheel loaded so that we can spin the wheel and find out who our next winner is.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yep.
See it? And
Dean Toohey.
Yep.
Dean Toohey. Dean Toohey, you are our next winner of the RX Smart Gear jump rope. It would have been really cool had he been on live to say, "Oh, I won," but
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, right.
He is
I
not
looked for
on.
him on YouTube too, and I didn't see anybody with that name. So hopefully he reaches out, or not YouTube, Instagram.
Okay. So we will keep looking for you, Dean Toohey, and see if we can find you. And if you hear this, make sure you Instagram message either myself, Kat, or Amy, and we will get you to the right person and get the right information to you to be able to order your RX Smart Gear jump rope and get whatever special thing that Dave Newman and his crew put in for you for winning that prize.
Yeah.
And if
Don't
you
reach out
didn't
to
win,
Charlie.
Yeah.
You can talk to Charlie, but we're not guaranteeing you'll get anything back on time. And then we also, if you didn't win and you still need a jump rope, make sure you go to rxsmartgear.com, use the code Clydesdale15 to get 15% off your order.
All caps.
All caps. No special editions or new releases, but everything else you can get 15% off.
And I was looking at our stats on YouTube, and it looks like almost half of the people that watch our videos are not subscribed. Makes my head hurt. So if you're watching, you should subscribe, because the only thing you have to lose is the opportunity to get a free jump rope.
Yeah.
If you don't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And we also have another sponsor we want to mention real quick, and that's Element 26. Very innovative company, always coming out with new things, and check them out at element26.co. They have belts, they have grips, they have rip repair, they have those cute little barbell hook holders. If you do low bar work, I know I didn't describe that very well at all. I think they're called
Lifting straps?
No, they actually strap the bar to the rig.
Okay.
So if you're doing low bar work, the bar doesn't move.
Got it.
Hey,
do you know what?
Because those are awesome.
Do you know what the element number 26 is?
I do.
Okay. Good. It's
It
iron.
is iron. Yep.
Yep.
like
Yeah, I
it.
actually asked the owner of the company that question. And I thought that's what it was, but he confirmed that that is why they named the company what it was. But
Makes sense.
Teddy's back on this week.
What's up,
And
Teddy?
he said he was ready to celebrate his victory in the live comments, but he'll have to wait for the next century mark.
That would have been cool. I did see his name in there, just so you know. So you are fair and square. You're in there because I have to type everybody's name manually.
And so with that, the other thing that you need to check out with the Ashley Cotter before we move on is she actually has the air mat and the air box and kind of talks about what she does with those and how she uses them. And she's the first person I know that actually has used them, which was really cool. So with that, now we can get on to the fun stuff. How's everybody doing?
Good.
I want to hear about your
Lots
back.
to talk about.
You want to hear about my back?
Yeah, how's your back?
So last week I was telling you that it was getting progressively worse after last procedure. I got scheduled for surgery a week from Thursday, and Sunday it got to like peak horribleness. I had to wear a back brace just to like walk around the house, so I didn't have pain. And went to bed Sunday night, woke up at like 2:00 in the morning and felt a pop. And then this extreme pain to all of my extremities, to like my fingers, my toes, like freaked me out big time. And like I was crying, it hurt so bad. And after 10 minutes, it was done. So I laid back down in the bed. I did not wake up until 9:00 the next morning, and no pain at all. Like it's just gone.
Weird.
So now I don't know what to do. Do I call the back doctor and say the pain's gone, I shouldn't do the surgery? So I probably need to call them and just have a conversation.
Yeah. Maybe you can at least like hold it off.
Yeah. And I wanted to
like
wait
push it back.
because I have two issues in my back, and we were fixing the lower back first. Then we were going to go to the middle back, which is what keeps me from sleeping generally. And if the lower back is done, I want to move right to the middle back so that I can get that fixed. I have 2 ruptured discs in the middle, just one lower. But yeah, so now I need to have a conversation with them to find out what I need to do. And find out where we go from there. But I am so ecstatic that I am not in pain.
Yeah.
I slept so much yesterday. I think my body was just so excited not to be hurting that I slept like 3 naps.
That's great.
So I'm just excited, and I'm gonna head back to the gym tomorrow and just take it super easy, but test it out before I call the doctor to make sure that everything's okay. Because I don't want to say, yeah, it's okay, and then go back to the gym and first movement in, all of a sudden I'm hurting again.
Yeah. But yeah, at least maybe some biking or something like that. You can.
Some body weight stuff.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. Teddy called Kat a hero for manually typing all that stuff in.
Yes.
It's why we keep forgetting to do it week after week, because I keep forgetting to do it. But I should do it weekly instead of once at the end of every 100 added subscribers. It's all good.
So how are you guys doing with your workouts, ailments, garage or basement refinishing?
Basement's done. Basement's pretty much done. Although apparently I need to get a carpet in here or something, so I don't sound so tinny.
It doesn't sound bad. It just is different than what you used to sound like.
My new sound.
Yeah.
Your new space.
Aliana's like in the other room too with a friend watching TV, and I feel bad because it's like really loud in here now, louder than it was before. So I'm trying to speak softly. I have did you guys see my post with my underarm, my little bruise here?
From getting Graston.
Yeah.
I've
been having like a nagging, I call it a lat injury, but it's really not my lat. It's like my teres major or super sprinitis, whatever. I'm not a doctor, muscle. And it hurts when I handstand walk. It hurts when sometimes if a really heavy jerk, just like random times. Handstand push-ups bother me too, which is usually my jam. So I'm kind of concerned that, it's weird. So I got this done last Thursday. And on Saturday, I did a handstand push-up workout and it felt amazing. Like no pain, like this shoulder was bothering me, but this side of me wasn't bothering me at all. And I was like, oh, it's great. Like I'm cured. Whatever, we worked on helped. And then I was downstairs holding a 5-gallon bucket of like trash. It wasn't even a heavy bucket because we were doing stuff around the house. And I like lost my grip of it and it started to move forward away from me. And I reached out really fast to grab it. And dear God, I don't know what I did, but I felt like this burning sensation, like in that area where my lat is. It went like all the way down to my big toe. It went like all the way over to this elbow. I was like, oh, what did I do? And it was fine. Like 5 minutes later, like it's loosened up now. But every once in a while now, when I was like putting dishes away today and I like turn like this, I feel it still. And I'm like, what the heck? I don't know what it is. And I haven't worked out since Saturday. Not because I'm afraid to or anything, just because I'm lazy. And I haven't made the time to do so. But I'm kind of concerned, like it's getting to the point where I maybe have to go see someone and just get it looked at, which sucks because overhead stuff has always been a very strength of mine, and not something I've ever struggled with. So like you take that away, I got nothing. And I'm in a competition in the middle of November with 3 other people and a worm. Trying to get a hold of a worm to practice.
We got one. Come visit.
Well,
yeah.
Let's be honest. If you take away your overhead, you still have a good personality.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. we're good for that. But yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. And I'm set to do the 1 rep max snatch for our team. There's a 1 rep max snatch and a 1 rep max clean, and I'm doing the snatch. So we'll see how that goes.
And when is that?
2nd week in November. 3rd week in November. 3rd week in November.
So you got a little bit of time.
Yeah, but I like haven't snatched. Like my 1 rep max snatch is like 140, and I can't hit like 120 right now.
Well, either can I. So there you go.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, you definitely like it's that you lose it or use it or lose it concept. Like I haven't snatched heavy in probably a year. And it's like, I think I can just go back to like, oh, well, I can throw up 125 easy. I'm like afraid to squat snatch anymore. I'm power snatching everything. Mm-hmm. And I used to squat snatch everything. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm not too concerned. It's not a high priority for me right now.
Yeah.
Just trying to make it to the next day.
So Amy, the advocate, the coach, the 700 part-time jobs,
the mother,
busy.
The wife.
You know what was funny? Because when I was interviewed, I did say as an educator and as a parent, I can't help it.
It's just, it's like your I say you say as a, and add a noun. That's all.
Yeah. So for the listeners, I've been advocating for, I'm always advocating for something. But right now, particularly, my energy is in campus safety at Ohio State because there has been, Ohio State is an urban campus. I mean, there's always crime, in the university district, but the past couple of years, especially the past year, has really blown up from, the kind of the urban areas kind of leaking more and more closer and onto campus. And so there's been like safety notifications of violent crimes constantly that Schmoopy is getting. And of course, all the other 60,000 students that are also members there. And I'm going to shut that door. That's advocating for the university to, do what they say they're going to do. And they're really been just blowing a bunch of smoke and mirrors at us and not doing the things that they're going to say. So unfortunately, that doesn't work well for me because sometimes I can't keep my mouth shut. So, and I'm advocating. So I have been part of this group when we were advocating, and we put together a walk in memory of a student who was murdered last year, but also to provide just like notice, hey, the university, it's time for you to do what you say you're going to do. So did that, and Nate came with me, and then of course the news crew was there, and of course I walked past and they're, hey, you want to be interviewed? Yep, sure. So there we go, got interviewed. So did Nate.
So,
And they
so
misspelled
for,
my name.
so for people who
no,
don't know, when Amy says blow smoke, she's going to do research and she's going to make sure that what you're telling her is facts. Or if she's reading a crime or listening to a crime story podcast, she's going to do additional research to help them solve the crime. That's just the way she is. That's how she's built. And so when these university people are telling her things are happening, she does research and finds out that in fact that is not what is happening. And so that's where the advocation now is coming in.
And there's nothing I advocate more for than children's rights, kids'
and
rights.
safety.
So
Yeah.
I'm just used to it being smaller kids, not so much the older kids, but I'm going to do it. So yeah, so I did that Sunday, and then I've just been busy this week, like with work and coaching and fitnessing and all that. But I've got a wedding to look forward to for this weekend, so
Oh, nice.
get to get a little fancy. So yeah, I'm excited.
Getting fancy.
Fancy.
Well, I put in 2 letters of intent on 2 different properties for a CrossFit gym. So I'm waiting to hear back on those.
That's big news.
Yeah, I'm not opening 2 gyms. I'm just opening 1 gym.
Right.
The LOI gets the ball rolling. So yeah, that's exciting. And
Are they places you really want? Like
one of them is a place that I looked at last year, and it was way overpriced, and it is still vacant. So we are going in with a reasonable offer to see if maybe they're willing to take something versus nothing. So we'll see. It's in a decent location. Nothing's going to be ideal for me because of where I live. You know, my town is so overpriced and so oversaturated with gyms, but this is kind of like the next best thing. So I like this space because it has 2 separate areas, one for private training if I wanted to do that, or an open gym, and then a main floor for classes, which is exactly sort of the model that I'm going after. So wouldn't have to do a whole lot of build out for that. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I'm still a little scared of a giant rent payment, but I think I can make it work, and I won't know until I try. So we shall see. But I also got asked to help out with, and I wanted to talk about this, a competition coming up in January. So January 8th and 9th, there is the Green Beret Project. We had Adam Kramer on the show. He's one of the directors of that group. The Green Beret Foundation takes at-risk youth in Wilmington, and they provide mentorship for them. They do job training. They actually own a few businesses, like a landscaping business, and they get fresh groceries to these kids and their families, and they all do CrossFit. The scholarship program that I did down in Dover a month or 2 ago, where I got to take pictures, that was the Green Beret Project. Those kids were doing their L1 with Chuck and Lindsay, and Adam was there for that. But they're putting on an event, a 3-person teams of 3 males, 3 females competition. They've got an RX division, a scale division, a masters division. It is in a 12,000 square foot, beautiful riverfront convention center facility here in Wilmington. They've got some great sponsors. They're working on, prize packages and things like that. 100% of the proceeds are going to go to the Green Beret Project. So it's a really great opportunity, but they've asked me to help with the operations of the day and the planning part of it, and getting volunteers and judges and things like that. So full court press is on to get teams to come and compete, as well as judges and volunteers to come and help out for the 2-day event. It should be fun.
Road trip.
Yeah, right. There you go. I got plenty of space. You guys can all stay. I'm bummed that I can't compete in it, because that would have been fun to get a team of 3 and do it. I have some friends that are doing it, but much happier to just be, volunteer my time an effort to make it better and bigger, because I think it's going to be one of those things that if we get enough people and enough attention, that it'll grow year over year and become like, you know, one of the bigger events around. So I'm excited about it.
And if people didn't hear that episode, they really should go back and check it out, because Adam's story alone is amazing.
Yeah.
I think my jaw dropped to the floor at least 4 or 5 times.
Yeah,
and the organization itself is amazing.
Yeah, he gives so much of his time to those kids. It's insane.
So yeah, definitely. It's not, it won't feel dated if you go back and check it out, because it's really his story and how he got to be a part of this organization, from a very dark place to a very cool place. So
yeah. So speaking of competitions, the Madrid Championship is coming up this weekend. I'm trying to figure out a way to see it, if we can see it, or I guess I'll just have to wait and see highlights and things like that. But that's the next big one. And I'm pretty sure it's Loud and Live is a part of it.
They are.
Yeah. So it should be good.
Yeah. I totally missed that with everything going on.
Yeah. It is happening. Everyone's talking about Dubai, but this one's coming right around the corner. And then one more thing about the Rogue Invitational that's coming up. So I am not going to be able to attend that. And I had bought a spectator ticket, a very expensive and very good seat spectator ticket to that event, because I did not have a role there as we were talking about it throughout the months. I did get asked to judge finally just yesterday, because there was an opening or people had dropped out or whatnot. But my dad, like I had mentioned, my dad's coming in town, and it's this pretty big anniversary of a family event. So I'm gonna stay home and hang out with him and help him look for a place to live up here in Delaware, and not gonna be able to attend that. So I'm trying to offload that ticket at a very deep discount. But it's a parking pass and a 3-day spectator ticket. So if anybody knows anybody that's going that needs a ticket, let me know.
I found it kind of relating to that is also it was announced that the Noble Film Festival has been canceled,
Oh, really?
which was actually going to air the weekend after Rogue in Austin. And I was just kind of thinking, like, it seemed odd that why not have it the same weekend, because you'd have all those people, all your audience,
right, like on a Monday night or
Rogue.
Tuesday night.
Right.
Yeah.
And but the rumor I heard is that they didn't have enough submissions to make it work, to fill all the spots, which makes sense because nobody could travel or do filming last year.
Yeah. I submitted photos. They asked for like photo submissions, and I did a little like montage from the games. I think I called it like Faces of the Games, because I got all those like really up close sort of detailed pictures. And I submitted that. And it's funny, I never heard anything back from them about that it wasn't happening, or thanks for your submission, or shove off, nothing.
I think they need to do a better, listen to me, just my little MBA sitting here. They wait too long to promote it.
Yeah.
Like, to get a film ready for next year, you need to know like today,
right,
when it's going to be, so that you have time to put something like that together.
Right. You could only submit things that were already finished, basically,
right,
that maybe you intend, that you didn't really intend to put on the thing. But speaking of Noble, so the Booney hats are back. Right. They were out of stock for the games. Does anyone want one now? I wanted one for the games. I don't know that I need one right now.
Yeah, I had to go to Rogue and get one.
Yeah, same. Well, I actually bought one at Dick's before I came, so I didn't have to buy one, but I bought one for a friend of mine at Rogue. And I think I bought yours too. I think I went and got yours. I bought a bunch of them for a bunch of people. But yeah, I was surprised to see that the Booney hat is back in stock now, finally, after all these months. But I mean, I guess it's summer in Australia, so maybe Australians or people in the Southern Hemisphere might want them, but
Waterpalooza.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Well, just so you guys know, 6:08 has passed and 6:12 has passed, and we are really rapidly approaching 6:35 for the arrival of one Mr. Charlie Odie.
Oh, gotcha. I was like, wait, was that our YouTube subscribers? We were like getting a lot there.
So
on, Charlie. What's up with Murph? Aim, we got an issue?
Yeah, he's fighting with me right now. I'm not sure why. He just keeps constantly barking. And like he wants me to play with him. And so every time I tell him, shh, stop, then he just talks to me more. So I was literally like, couldn't hear what you guys were saying because it was so loud.
I have an idea for a new TikTok that I think is going to go viral.
Oh, speaking of, somebody's still need to do one.
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready. I am ready. I've
Pull the
tried to
trigger.
organize. I've set up weekends to do it, and I don't have a partner there. I'll just dance for you again.
Can you duet it?
That would still require
Okay.
some effort on Charlie's part.
Yeah, let's think this through. I do my part and I send it to Charlie to duet it. How long before it's done?
I don't know. We got to put pressure on them, listeners.
It's disappointing.
Yeah.
I have the script written. I have the idea down. I had it scheduled for a weekend and he bailed on me.
Not surprising.
So.
All
right, but Kat,
I'm not
what's
taking
your
the
idea?
abuse anymore. I've done all the work for this.
So my idea, and no one better steal this from me, because I know we have a lot of people listening that are trying to go viral on TikTok. So if someone steals this, I'm gonna be really mad. I'm stuck in dog TikTok pretty much.
Yeah, me too.
For the most part.
Yeah.
And I love all the, like there's this one girl that I follow. She talks about like she has 3 dogs, and it's always like someone will ask her a question like, what are your dog's favorite TV shows? And she'll go through based on the different personalities of the dog, like what their favorite TV show would be, of course, like so-and-so's basic white girl. And of course she watches Friends, and then this other dog is like this big beefy whatever, and he watches the, NCIS or whatever. So anyway, I got to thinking, I'm going to do a series called Cheating on My Dogs. This is how it's going to work. I'm going to get a video of me talking to a strange dog, which, there's no, shortage of footage there because I meet dogs everywhere I go. The only problem is I need a camera person. Like I need someone else to film me. So someone will have to be with me, but they'll film me loving up on this other dog. And then we're going to cut to me coming home and seeing my dog's reactions, because my dogs go apeshit after I've seen another dog. Like they sniff me all over and they like fight each other to get to like certain spots on me where the dog has been. And it lasts like 10 minutes. It could be really good footage. So I think I'm just going to start cutting those videos together and doing me cheating on my dogs. I think it will go viral. And we can decide, like, you can see like if I meet a puppy or if I meet like a big dog, or if like how do they respond to Great Danes versus pit bulls or whatever. I think it'd be interesting.
I think what you should do too is when you're filming it, make sure that you're talking to the dog and then play that when you get home.
Oh, that's a good idea.
To see what they do.
To see what their reaction is.
Yeah.
Yeah, either that or I'm going to have to dub in voices of the dogs based on how they're acting, to script them and what they're talking about, because either one could be really priceless.
I agree.
So more to come on that, but I think the opportunities are endless.
I think that's good. I like it.
Yeah.
I made a purchase for the podcast.
Mm.
So my camera, I haven't been able to like plug a mic into because it's old, it's just a hair too old. And so I've been using Kat's, like when I was at Masters Fitness Collective, I used her video camera to do the interviews and stuff like that. And so I needed either a new camera or whatever. And I had this GoPro and I was like, I wonder if there's something I can do with that. And I found that you can buy this little attachment that goes around your GoPro and it has all the outlets to like add mics and all that kind of stuff to it. And you can change the settings so that it works like just a normal video camera. And so I bought it and it works freaking amazing.
Oh, good.
And it's just like yay big.
Was me not going to Rogue the impetus for you to buy it?
Yeah.
There you go.
You wouldn't have my video camera to use.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but for $70, I bought this thing that goes around it and it turns it into a fully functional video camera that I can put external mics. And I bought 2 lav mics, wireless, so that if we do interviews, we can have the wireless lav mics on.
When we do interviews.
when we do interviews. Yes.
Love it. Very cool.
So, and that way we won't have all the issues with the outside sound and all that stuff.
I am at the point where I have to start downloading videos onto my hard drive. My computer's starting to get jammed up with all of our interviews.
Yeah, I do that about every 3 weeks.
It's disappointing. I bought this computer like with the shit ton of all the extra memory, and it's already giving me problems.
Those videos are so big.
I know, and I just can't get rid of any of them.
Yeah.
No.
Although I can get rid of the ones that you have. Any of the ones that you've sent me that I don't want to do clips on, I could get rid of, right?
Wait. Oh, wait. Okay.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
only really need to save the ones that were on my Zoom versus your Zoom.
Do you put them in like Dropbox or just the cloud or what?
Right now, we transfer them over on our Google Drive, on our
Right.
shared Google
Okay.
Drive, and then
Yeah.
know that I bring them over to my PC.
Okay.
Or
So you have
my
them on the
laptop.
shared Google Drive and your PC.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need them both.
Yeah. And I bought the expanded Google Drive.
Yeah, get them off your computer.
Oh yeah, that's true too. If they're just there, I don't need them.
Yeah, because you can access it wherever you are.
Yeah, true.
And then I do have an external hard drive where I move all the old stuff over to that we.
Oh, the only problem with that is when we move our files and we use Filmora, and then you go back to that project.
Yeah, but if it's
The videos-
old, we don't usually go back to it.
True, I know. I have issues. I have hoarding issues when it comes to files.
Our listeners probably don't care about us talking about where we put our computer stuff.
They might. We might get some good advice.
Okay, that's true. Okay, fine. You're right.
All right. Well, let's get into the questions.
Okay,
So Amy came up with the questions this week.
I did. Would you rather travel by train or by boat? Flying is not an option. Schweitzer.
So this one's really hard for me because those are like the two things I really want to do. I've never been on
I
a
know.
cruise and I've never done the train ride. I looked at I had to go to Spokane, Washington for a trip, and I looked at doing the Northern train ride with a coach suite thing where you can lay down the seats into a bed. So I was really close to pulling the trigger on that. I'm going to go with the train because I think that would be really cool to be able to like see the country that way where you can just look out the window but yeah, it was going to be like 36 hours to go across the country.
Yeah.
Have you never been on a train before?
I've been on a train, like short subway, above ground trains, but I've never done like the cross country thing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a good point. Like thinking of that because we don't just hop on a train to go to New York City or
Yeah, for me, like I've
DC,
on
like
trains
that's
all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't.
Interesting.
Okay, so
I've
what
been
Well,
on the train at the zoo.
I get seasick, so I'm a train all the way.
I'm also
I-
going train.
Cruises, I have no desire to go on a cruise ever. I feel like it's like cattle herding. You go to dinner with 75 of your best friends, and yeah.
I've been on several cruises and like I will say it was fun when I was younger and it was like the party lifestyle, like spring break, 1998, that kind of thing. But it's almost like Las Vegas on a cruise ship. Like that's what it kind of feels like. This
And you
like
can't
bright
leave.
lights,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Well, I always went on like probably not the highest quality lines either. So there's that piece. But definitely, yeah, I think trains for the same things that you were saying, Scott, like just to be able to see the scenery and like a nice suite, like kind of thing to travel.
Yeah. I did one time. My ex-brother-in-law had a boat and we went out into the sound in North Carolina between the Outer Banks and the mainland. And that was a blast. Like just getting to watch the sunset, doing those kinds of things out there. Way better than a cruise, I'm sure. But yeah, train.
All right. This one's going to be hard, I think, because I have several answers. What was your childhood nickname? Kat, you first.
This is easy, and I feel like I've talked about this already on the podcast, so I apologize if it's duplicating, but Grinny Rinny was my nickname. My dad gave it to me. I have no idea where it came from, but Rin is the last syllable of my name, Catherine.
Mhm.
And I don't know, I guess I smiled a lot, so he called me Grinny Rinny. He still calls me that. And Grinneth Rinneth, if we were very serious about it, but Grinny Rinny.
That's adorable. I love it. Scott.
So mine, it has like 3 variations, but they're all from the same derivation. So my last name is Schweitzer, but everybody mispronounces it Switzer. So it started as Switz, then it went to Swiss, then it went to cheese.
Cheese. I was about to ask if it was cheese.
So
I could see how that happened.
I would say like 66% of people called me like through school cheese.
Mhm.
And then it was a split between Switz and Swiss of the other like 30%.
Yeah. Funny.
But if I go back home still, like I'll walk down the street and I'll hear cheese. Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, funny. My first childhood nickname, it still kind of scars me to this day. I think it kind of like started some kind of body image things, but it was Thunder Thighs. That was which, I mean, I think I was cute, but I was a pretty like chunky toddler. Like, I mean,
I think I remember being called Thunder Thighs too, like
Yeah.
as a term of endearment from my
yeah,
family.
it definitely it was a term of endearment, but
Mhm.
I think like I was always like, oh, I have big thighs. Like I always thought that. Then I found CrossFit and I realized that's a good thing.
Right. Thank God.
Yeah, I found the sport that fits my body type. And then another one that my uncle gave me that my family would always call me was Ametha Allen. So they would just be like, Ametha Allen. I don't even know why.
Ametha, I like that. Yeah, that sounds like the Grinneth Rinneth thing.
Yeah, just kind of rolls on your, yeah.
My dad used to also call me Catherine Rose Chevelli Jr. for whatever, and I'm not a junior, but
Right.
that's my birth given name, Catherine Rose Chevelli.
Cute.
So
All
fun.
right. I even took my nickname to a point where my vanity plate used to say Senor Queso.
Okay, that makes all right.
Wow. I used to have a vanity tag that said "I love BW" because my boyfriend's initials were BW in high school.
Stop it. You did not do that.
I swear to God, I did. How pathetic,
Yeah, make sure you talk to your kids about not doing things like that.
right?
At least it's not tattoo. At least you could get rid of that later. But
Well, and you know what's funny? The guy that I dated, he was part of a 12-step program.
yeah.
And Bill White is the name of the guy that founded like Alcoholics Anonymous.
Yeah.
And so it could have been interpreted as I love Bill White, I love BW.
Yeah.
Because I was actually sober when I was with him. Obviously, like I wasn't partying. My mom loved the fact that I went out with him because I never drank.
Right, yeah.
And I was in high school. I was like a junior in high school. So, but yeah. Vanity tag. So
Wow.
stupid.
Wow.
Hey, before we go too, I wanted to mention there is a GoFundMe page out there. Maybe we can link it in the description here for Spencer Hendel's father, Andy Hendel, had a massive heart attack a couple days ago. And he's a member of seminar staff. So CrossFit's doing a lot to sort of get the word out. And Lindsay Andrews, who is a seminar staffer and a coach at CrossFit Rife in Virginia, she's got a link to his GoFundMe page on her Instagram account, and that's been circulating around as well today. So like we always do, there will be medical expenses, and I would imagine like some lost wages and things trying to keep his gym going while he is recovering from what I imagine is not a fun recovery. So I wanted to let you guys know about that.
Okay.
Great.
Kat, so we're having Ashley Cutler on Thursday.
Yes. If I can get the times correct on the YouTube. Yes, it will be Thursday and not tomorrow.
Friday, we'll have another Clydesdale Chronicles.
Mhm.
And then Monday is Is it the Brute Kids?
No. It's Jeffrey Adler and his beautiful fiance,
Okay.
Caroline.
All right. Cool. I got it out
Is
of
it
order. I'm
Caroline?
sorry.
Caroline.
Lambay.
Yes. A
Yeah.
handsome couple.
Fiance,
Yes.
So yeah. So that's this coming week. Anybody got anything fun from the internet? I have one quick one while Murph is going nuts.
Hold on. Let me find it.
And that is it was a TikTok, and it's a guy who does all the 90s dance moves.
Ooh.
And so he's wearing like, it looks like DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince like outfits from the opening of the show.
Mhm.
And he does like every dance, the Cabbage Patch, the Running Man, MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice, and even the Carlton is in there. And it was just really fun. Growing up, because I was in college then at the bar, so I saw a lot of that stuff. And he did it way better than most of those people. Anybody else got anything?
No, but update. There's a cat crawling in our neighborhood fair or in my yard very quietly. So that's what Murph's going real crazy right now.
Oh, I love it.
All
I
right.
still don't have my whoop.
Me
My
neither.
whoop. It's driving me crazy.
I lost my charger.
Oh no.
I feel
It's
like
not worth getting
Braden.
another one.
No, because the new one's coming
Yep.
and I cannot find it. They need to come up with a better charging system, like that is hard, like not a little thing that I slip on, but like that hooks to the wall or something.
Right. So you don't lose it. I have like 7 of them because I kept buying new ones because I kept losing them. Then I'd find them. I sent Braden like 3 of them at school so that he wouldn't lose them, which I'm sure he's lost all of them, but we'll see.
Yeah. So my Whoop is sitting on my bathroom sink because I have no way to
Can't
charge
use
it.
it. Oh, someday soon, hopefully.
All right. Well, with that, we will see you next time on the Clydesdale Fitness and Friends.
Bye.
And congratulations. The name again?
I forget. I don't know.
Dean Toohey.
Dean Toohey.
Dean Toohey. Yes.
Dean Toohey with the jump
And
rope.
Teddy, have a good night. Thanks as always for joining.
Yeah, it's always fun to see you, Teddy. Bye, guys.
See you guys.